The More-Brewer Park spans 138 acres of woods, trails, and carriage paths, but it is best known for its large rolling meadow and a secluded lily pond. The park can be accessed from Hobart Street on the west side of Hingham. It was originally owned by Francis Brewer in 1855, and he used it as a sheep farm. He built a house, some farm buildings, and raised his family there, although his original intent was to create a park to give to the town. Opposite the More-Brewer Park is the Brewer Reservation, 48 acres, and also donated to the town by the Brewer family. This park has trails and also has a smaller meadow with an interesting array of flora. In the spring and summer, you will hear the lilting melodies of songbirds such as the great crested flycatcher, the red-winged blackbird, the American robin, mourning dove, pine warbler, the eastern wood pewee, northern cardinal, the black-capped chickadee, Carolina wren, the white-breasted nuthatch, a blue jay, chipping sparrow, and the red-bellied woodpecker. Back at the More-Brewer Park, Francis had a son, Wilmon, who married Catherine Moore from St. Louis, Missouri. They inherited the property, which was called the Great Hill Estate. And in 1980, the Brewers performed an act of uncommon generosity when they presented the estate to the Hingham Conservation Commission, fulfilling Francis Brewer's original intent. This stone monolith at the highest point in the meadow is inscribed with a message of gratitude to the Brewers from the Hingham Conservation Commission. What's unusual, though, is that this monolith was already here and has likely been here for ages. Indigenous peoples have called it Kiju Kiju Kala, or Thunder Rock. Locals say that their dogs growl at the stone. One German shepherd decided to pee on the monolith. Then it ran away into the woods and never returned. Lost dog posters were hung throughout the neighborhood for a year, but the dog was never found. Also, whenever a tree falls, it points towards the monolith. An objective investigation was done, and out of 227 fallen trees, 198 of them pointed towards the meadow where the stone stands. Francis was also a great lover of trees, and as Wilmore said about his father, quote, "His plan was to plant every kind of tree which would grow in this climate. There was no tree warden in Hingham, and father was a self-appointed one, growing trees in what became the kitchen garden at Great Hill, a nursery for trees. He had them planted along the streets of Hingham, and when someone wanted a tree, he would have his men dig up a tree from his nursery, send it to the citizen, and have father's man plant it for the house owner." There's a bulletin board at the park which shows a complete list of all of the trees that are planted with numbers to cross-reference, although when you walk around you'll see that the trees are marked with their names, as well as the numbers. There are also signs of the presence of Native Americans, such as the Wampanoag. Perhaps. You should also expect to see some very unusual creatures in this forest. Cute toys have been placed in various spots in the park, but how they got there is a mystery. No one has admitted to ever leaving anything of the sort behind, and inquiries in the surrounding neighborhoods did not find anyone who was aware of how they got there. In addition, some of them can be not so charming. A certain Crash LaRue has written that on one trip through the park, he passed a mother with a crying, terrified 6-year-old girl, rushing her away from the hiking area. The mother pointed down one path where he found something rather disturbing and probably gave the girl nightmares for many years. This is the object that was the source of such terror. Interviews with hikers and visitors referred to the doll as an object of horror for all unfortunate enough to wander down that lonely path. Many have heard voices in the area, the faint cry of "help" in a disembodied toddler's tone. A low fog often shrouds the spot, and more than once a visitor has reported seeing the doll standing upright on its one spindly insect leg, peering through the mist as it stands in the middle of the trail, inviting you to come closer. Okay, so as not to scare you off too much and discourage you from visiting this lovely park, here are some pictures of the pond, which should relax you and settle your nerves. Do you think the Wampanoag Indians had a powwow here? Who knows? Anything's possible.